Lesson 69 has two parts. The first part is about length of segments, and the second part is about complementary and supplementary angles. Now the first question says, in the figure, the length of LM is 4 centimeters, and the length of LN is 9 centimeters. What is the length of MN? So this one, if we look at L to M right here, that's 4 centimeters. And the length of L to N is 9 centimeters, so L all the way to N. If we look at this in total, this whole thing is 9 centimeters. What we have to do is we have to figure out what is the length of MN. Well, if we want to figure out what's the length of M all the way over to N, well, we know the total must be 9 centimeters. We've already got 4 centimeters of it covered from L to M. So this missing part, well, it must be 4 plus this missing part to give us 9. What's that missing part? Hopefully you said 5 centimeters. And the reason is because 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. We've just found the missing piece of our line segment to help us solve this question. Let's look at some more examples. We've got some key vocabulary. Please take a moment to copy this down. Complementary angles are two angles with a sum of 90, and this is 90 degrees. And supplementary angles are two angles with a sum of 180 degrees. If you didn't pause a moment ago and you need more time, please pause now. Now complementary angles, two angles with a sum of 90 degrees, what that would look like is if we had a right triangle with a 90-degree angle in one corner right here. We'll erase the bottom piece that's outside of the triangle. There we go, that looks a little better. Let's say we had angle B, angle A, and angle C. Well, we know angle C is already 90 degrees, so angle B and angle A, those must both be 90 degrees if we put them together, because the sum of the angles of a triangle always have to be 180 degrees. So we could say B and A, and secondly we're going to say angle B and angle A are complementary, because we know that they must add up to 90 degrees, because the sum of the inside angles equals 180, and 90 plus 90 is 180. Now supplementary angles. Supplementary angles are when two angles add up and have a sum of 180 degrees. So if we looked at a figure that looked like this, and actually let's use straight lines for this one. We'll undo our drawing. This is not a very straight line. We want to have a horizontal line, and we want to have a diagonal line. So there we go. And if we name these two angles, we'll call this one angle 1, and we'll call this one angle 2. You know angle 1 is acute because it's less than 90, and angle 2 is obtuse because it's greater than 90 but less than 180 degrees. If we put these two together, angle 1 plus angle 2, we know they form a straight angle, or a 180 degree angle. So we could say angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary because they add up to 180 degrees. Now we don't have to know what the measures of those two are if we know that when we put them together they form a straight angle or a straight line. Let's look at an example with these different definitions. In the figure, angle RWT is a right angle. I drew the angle symbols in there. Okay? So angle RWT, that's a right angle, and we can see the box saying that this angle from R to W to T is 90 degrees. Question A says, which angle is the supplement of angle RWS? So let's outline RWS. R to W to S. And we want to know which angle is the supplement. Now we know supplement, that's two angles who have a sum of 180 degrees. So they must form a straight line. So if we want to find another angle that will make the two form a straight line, it must be over here. Because if we put our first angle and our second angle together, those two would be 180 degrees. So we'd call our second angle, angle R, W, Q. And we've got our answer to question A. Question B says, which angle is the complement of angle RWS? So let's erase a little bit of our work. If we want to find the complement of angle RWS, we'll use a different color this time. We'll use light blue. So R to W to S, and we want to find out the complement. Remember, complement means 90 degrees when two angles are added together. Well, we must have to look down here. Because if we take our first angle, RWS, and we add our second angle to it, we get a 90-degree angle in total. So the second angle is going to be called SWT. Now SWT, we could have also called it TWS, and that would have been correct. For angle RWQ, we could have also called it QWR. The important thing is that the W is in the middle, because that's where the angle is changing. Okay? That's the center, or the vertex of our angle. Lesson practice will be on page 366. Make sure you've got your notes complete, and I'll see you during our next class.